Thank you all for coming over here and being with us for a few minutes this morning. I'm Marsha Blackburn. I serve as a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, and in that position have worked since we started working on the NDAA on getting our troops out from under this COVID-19 mandate. And I am so pleased that the NDAA language reflects what we have sought to do. The members that have joined me here today have all worked on this issue. It's a very important thing to do. In our country, the number of new service members joining the military, raising their hand, and seeking to serve is at a record low. Every single branch this year has struggled to meet their recruiting goals. And an example of this with the U.S. Army, they are 15,000 troops short this year. And on this trend, next year they're going to be 21,000 troops short. Now, the president said the pandemic is over. And now he refuses to commit to funding our nation's military unless we continue to force our service members to take the COVID shot. And he has already fired over 8,400 active duty service members for not getting the COVID shot. While we're depleting our ranks, the new axis of evil grows bolder every day. Communist China is on its way to becoming a new superpower. Under President Xi's direction, the Chinese Navy is expected to increase its fleet by approximately 40% by the time we get to 2040, and quadruple its nuclear stockpile by the end of the decade. Meanwhile, Iran has admitted publicly to supplying the Kremlin with drones and equipment to kill innocent Ukrainians. And this year, North Korea conducted its very first ever ballistic missile test. This is what we're facing. And now is the time for President Biden to be laser focused on ensuring the U.S. military remains what we want it to be, the most lethal fighting force on the face of the earth. And instead, he continues to impose a vindictive and unnecessary vaccine mandate on our troops, forcing many of them to the sidelines. At today's White House briefing, I am calling on the White House to publicly announce that President Biden will sign the NDAA into law with the COVID vaccine mandate repealed. They should make it crystal clear to China, Iran, North Korea, Russia, that the United States is serious about our nation's security and our continued freedom, and not focused on some of these woke mandates. While attention will be given in the future to provide back pay and look at benefits for those that were fired by Joe Biden, we've secured a major win for our nation's service members. I do want to thank Senate Republican leadership, including Senator McConnell and Senator Ernst, who serves on Senate Armed Services, and the colleagues that are here with me today. They have done an incredible job of working together to push this across the finish line. So with that, our speaking order, Senator Ernst, we'll go with you first.
Thank you, Senator Blackburn, and thanks everyone for being here today as well. Just as Senator Blackburn has stated, we need a lethal fighting force, and our military prides itself on its ability to fight tonight. Yet, we're facing a major recruiting crisis, which is a national security risk. The Army, which is the branch that I proudly served in and led troops in, is now 20,000 short of its recruiting goals. In our Iowa Army National Guard alone, we've lost 51 service members since Biden ordered this COVID vaccine mandate. If we continue with the vaccine mandate, the Iowa Army National Guard could lose another nearly 400 members come this next summer. So this is a clear readiness issue for our forces. The President and the Pentagon should be very laser focused on ensuring that U.S. military members and the overall institution remains the most lethal fighting force on the face of the planet. So I am very proud today to stand with my Republican colleagues and announce that we've successfully removed this readiness burden from the defense bill. And I would like to thank Senator Blackburn for her incredible efforts in bringing our conference together on this. We are very glad that it has been successful. So thank you so much.
Again, I would like to thank Senator Blackburn for her work on this. You know, in Mississippi, we're very proud of our armed services. We're very proud of those that choose to make this a career and that actively seek this path. And this mandate has certainly been a problem. I've been concerned about the administration's overreach on many things, but at least we're finally able to stop some of this. And as you've heard, in a time when recruitment and retention pose such huge challenges to our armed forces, this was just critical that this be brought to light, and President Biden's damaging vaccine mandate, it needs to be stopped. Rescinding these mandates will save thousands of service members from being wrongly terminated and allow them to focus on what they need to be focused on, and that's national security missions, what they signed up for. And ensuring that our service members are protected and equipped with the tools that they need to defend this country must be our top priority, not targeting those who do not want a COVID vaccine. So I am so grateful for our brave servicemen and women and everybody on this platform. We promise to you that we're going to stand for their freedoms just like they're standing for our freedoms.